Hi, this is Jeff from Twister Display. I want to talk to you today about the income potential of dunk tanks. We've been manufacturing dunk tanks now for over 35 years, and we love to help our customers. We love to partner with our customers and help them make money. And that's what our dunk tanks do. If you watch this video over the next few minutes, if you've ever been interested in a dunk tank or thought about a dunk tank, just watch it. And these are real numbers from real people, many of them making, paying for the dunk tank in the first year. And well, you just watch this video and see. Today, we want to talk about ROI, what your return on investment is. For years, 31 years, over 31 years, I guess, here at Twister Display, we've been helping our customers make fun profitable. Our products are fun, but they also help people make money. And there's a lot of people out there talking about ROI and return on investment, and it's very important. One person said, not so wisely, the safest way to double your money is to fold it in half and put it in your pocket. I don't think that that's the best advice. And maybe it is safe, but our easy dunkers have been making our customers money for years, and we hear success story after success story about people who have doubled their money, tripled their money, and way more than even quadrupled their money. Let's talk about a little bit about some examples of our customer and how they've done it through the years. Our first example is from Todd. Now, Todd's over on the East Coast. Todd bought an easy dunker, and in his first year, that easy dunker paid for itself and made him a profit of $1,375. So the next year, he invested in another dunk tank of ours, and in the year two, his profit was $7,453. Now, the first tank made him $6,375, and the second tank, after paying for it, made him $1,078. So he's having good success. And then the third year, he added two tanks. The dunk tank demand was going good, and he turned his investment on his first tank into $3,750. And his second tank made $6,000. His third tank, after paying for it, he made $2,700 profit. And his fourth tank, he made $4,450 profit, for a total profit that year of $16,500. Now, I know I'm going through these kind of fast, but these are real numbers, and they show the potential, and not just the potential, but the reality of our easy dunkers and how they've been making our customers money. In year four, he didn't add any more tanks, but his four tanks, he just had $612 in maintenance. I think he bought a couple new canvases and some different things that year, but it made him a profit in his fourth year of $22,378, those four tanks. The fifth year, he added one more tank, and in that year, after paying for the tank and another $200 in maintenance, his profit was $24,760. The sixth year, he just kept those five tanks, and they made him $28,210 after maintenance. Now, Todd's one of those people, he does deliver his dunk tanks most of the time, but he always has a delivery fee added on. His delivery fee will cover the cost of employee or the cost of delivery, and also cover gasoline, so in maintenance. So basically, all of this $28,210 is profit. He doesn't have, one of the nice things about a dunk tank, there's no state licensing to pay, like an inflatable would have, and there's not much. That's why, when people are talking about their ROI, sometimes they don't take into account maintenance, or they don't take into account labor costs. The nice thing about our dunk tanks is they take 5 minutes to set up, 5 minutes to tear down, so there's hardly any labor costs, there's very little maintenance costs, and there's no state licensing costs or other things like that involved. So these are pure profits. He made, in that 6 years, $81,364. So he was very successful with our tank. We have another customer in the Midwest, and once again, these aren't just isolated people. But our customer in the Midwest, Dawn started out with a couple of our tanks and kept adding them year after year. And Don, he shared his numbers with us.
There's not been a single year other than COVID where we haven't made 100% plus on our inventory or our investment back. And that's what keeps them going. The year-end report, you have to break it out by category. Dunk tanks. Our investment was $20,945. We brought in $34,000.
And
that's just for the year.
That's for the 7?
Yeah.
Or is that also?
Since 2022, that tank has done $11,304. $11,000 on that tank, and that really represents 2022, 2023. Year over year, like the dunking booth. I can give you the life to date sales, but the first dunk tank made $77,918. Dunk tank number 2 made $7,569. Dunk tank number 3 made $5,378. Dunk tank number 4 made $4,489. Dunk tank number 5 made $3,437. Dunk tank number 6 made $2,888. And the dual target dunk tank made $2,214. Obviously, there's a group, they don't all make the exact same number. The first one's going out a lot more frequent. But you had 33 rentals, 31 rentals, 22 rentals, 18 rentals, 14 rentals, and the last one had 12 rentals on it. And it still made 106% ROI.
Way better than the stock market. So, these are just a couple examples of how our Easy Dunkers are making our customers money. We've got a lady on the West Coast that she said she paid for her tank in 3 months, of course added another tank. In just those 2 years, she made $17,000 with her 2 tanks. So our dunk tanks are helping people make fun profitable, and we want them to help you. But you have to think a little bit outside just the inflatable box. And think about most of the customers that we have, or most of the customers that stay in business and stay successful. They start out with a couple inflatable bounces and they add on a lot of our products. They add on Easy Dunkers. And then they add some more inflatables, and then they add some games. But all of these things will help your bottom line and help your profit. Make a wise choice in your investment. And we believe with our Easy Dunkers, that's what your choices are wise. We've got a lot of customers that own 10 tanks. We had a guy in Chicago that owns 14 tanks. Don down at A1 owns 9. I think we've got a guy in Massachusetts that owns, what was it, last time we talked, 32 tanks. People in New York that own over 10. We've got 4 or 5 people in Texas that have at least 9 tanks, or 8 tanks rather. We've even got a customer in Alaska that now has 4 of our tanks. So in all over the world, Australia, they're making people money. And we really appreciate you as a customer.
If you're in the party rental business, you're in the business of fun. But it's still a business, which means it's all about making money. When people think of maximizing profits, most people think about simply raising prices. But what if you can't raise your rates because of the economy? Or what if you have a competitor who's constantly undercutting your rates? How do you stop the downward spiral? One highly effective method for increasing profits is called upselling. Go into any fast food restaurant and order just a hamburger. And what are you invariably asked? Would you like fries with that? Order a pizza, and you get, would you like to add on an order of breadsticks? It's a proven fact that customers are far more likely to increase their purchase while already in a buying mood. So when a customer books a bounce house, what's your upsell? Well, why not offer some of our fun and exciting frame games as add-ons? Why not say to your customer, Okay, we have your bounce house booked. Now, what games would you like to add on for the older kids and adults? How can this help your bottom line? Well, let's take a look at an example. Josh and his wife Amber have a small party rental business which they operate part-time out of their home. They own 4 bounce houses, which they rent for birthday parties as well as school and church events. They get $150 for a 4-hour rental. Now, unfortunately, their overhead costs are creeping up, causing their profit margins to shrink. Plus, because of competition in his area, Josh is afraid to raise rates. He thinks he has no options. He tells Amber that after all of their investment of time, money, and hard work, they'll just have to accept dwindling profits. However, Amber has other ideas. After doing her research, Amber tells Josh that she has developed a plan. Their 4 units are rented an average of 25 times per season, totaling 100 events a year. Amber suggests that they begin adding a few games to their inventory. By packaging a bounce house with a couple of games as add-on items, Amber says they can get their rates back up while providing their customers with the added benefit of a complete entertainment experience for the teens and adults, as well as the younger kids. She explains that a bounce house and 3 games will rent for $250. What's more, by having some fun and unique games that their competitor doesn't have, they can probably pick up some bookings that might have otherwise gone to the competition. Additional bookings at a higher rate? What's not to love about that? However, Josh is not totally convinced. He's concerned about the cost of these new games. Amber tells him that she's already called the folks at Twister Display to get pricing, and most of their games are about $600, including a convenient wheeled carrying case. She tells Josh that the salesperson at Twister Display told her that since they were buying multiple units, they could get a good discount. Plus, Amber has been talking to other people who are in the party rental business, and they told her that Twister Display's games are a great investment, which have proven to be a big hit with their customers. They told her that Twister Display's 7-foot by 7-foot games are large and colorful and turn any party into an event. Plus, Twister's games require very little maintenance and are extremely easy to set up and use. She also discovered that they're very low liability, so insuring them won't be any problem. Josh was persuaded, so he and Amber decided to invest $3,000 in Twister Display's 5 most popular frame games. And since they were buying 5 games at once, Twister was able to throw in a 6th one for free. A year later, Josh and Amber were very pleased with the results. They still booked 100 events. However, 65 included game add-ons, giving them an extra $100 each. That's $6,500 in additional revenue just from upselling Twister Display games with their bounce houses. Plus, they rented various individual games without a bounce house 35 times at a rate of $50, generating another $1,750. So, after 1 season, the games had paid for themselves and generated an additional $5,250. What about you? Is it time to take action to maximize your profits like Josh and Amber did? If so, give us a call. We can help. Would you like fries with that?
Josh and Amber own and operate a small party rental business, J&A Party Rentals. After 4 years in business, they have an inventory that includes tents, tables, chairs, cotton candy and popcorn machines, games, nearly 20 inflatables, and a dunk tank. The weather's been unseasonably warm, and the demand for water-related attractions, especially dunk tanks, has spiked. More and more frequently, Amber's finding herself turning down dunk tank rentals because their unit's already booked. Josh calls Twister Display to get a quote on an additional dunk tank, and the couple discusses how they might work it into their budget. Having just purchased some new tents and other equipment, they're short on cash, but then Amber remembers receiving an email from Twister that mentioned financing. Josh hesitates. He's leery of taking on debt, especially as interest rates are rising. While Josh contemplates the numbers, Amber pulls up the Twister email. She shows Josh the email and points out that the financing is for 12 months, same as cash. She says no interest really helps. Josh does some quick calculations and then tells Amber that after paying the 25% deposit, the balance divided by 12 is approximately $280. He says, our dunk tank rental rate is $300, so one rental a month would cover our payments. Amber adds, and with 2 units in our inventory, we should be able to get at least 8 to 12 bookings a month. Maybe we should do 2 more easy dunkers, Josh replies. Taking advantage of Twister Display's pay-as-you-go payment plan makes perfect sense for Josh and Amber, as it allows them to immediately add another revenue-generating dunk tank, while not requiring that they put up a lot of money up front. If you don't currently have a dunk tank or receive more booking requests than you can cover with your existing dunk tank inventory, then give us a call today. We'll run the numbers, and you'll see for yourself how financing a new easy dunker at 0% interest will help you make fun profitable.